February 1933, just after midnight. Harlem is breathing steam into the streetlights, and somewhere below a jazz club, 12 men are counting footsteps. The price is $50,000 cash for one name, Bumpy Johnson. Dutch Schultz put it out himself. And according to some accounts, what happened next made even Schultz stop answering his phone. By 1933, Harlem wasn't just nightlife. It was money cleaned, stacked, and moved block by block through the numbers racket. Penny bet from a janitor, a nickel from a waitress, quarters from men who didn't trust banks. By the end of the week, that turned into tens of thousands moving through back rooms and shoeboxes. Bumpy Johnson wasn't just muscle in that system. Reportedly, he was the broker, the man who knew which runner, which banker, which politician needed to be paid, and how much silence cost. Dutch Schultz controlled downtown. Bumpy controlled uptown. And that overlap? That wasn't personal. It was profit. Schultz didn't like partners. He liked receipts. That's when the number appeared, $50,000, the kind of bounty that tells every triggerman in New York there's room at the table. But here's the twist: money attracts noise. According to people close to it, Schultz didn't just want Bumpy dead. He wanted him erased. The plan was clean. 12 men, different crews, no shared names, no shared loyalties. One watched the club entrance. 2 waited by the alley, for below ground. The rest staggered through nearby bars so no one noticed them arriving together. They knew Bumpy's habits, what nights he walked, which stairwell he used, what time the jazz cut off and the basement went quiet. And reportedly, Schultz sweetened the order with a promise. No questions, no consequences, just $50,000 and a train ticket out. But what they didn't know was this: Bumpy Johnson treated threats like math problems, and someone had already slipped him an envelope. Not a letter, not a warning, just an envelope, heavy, folded once. The kind that changes how you walk. That's when everything went wrong. The basement smelled like damp brick and cigar ash. Jazz muffled through the floorboards above. Soft trumpet, slow piano. Bumpy came down the stairs alone. At least that's how it looked. According to some accounts, he stopped halfway, adjusted his coat, and glanced at the envelope tucked inside. Did he know? Or did he just always move like a man being watched? Footsteps echoed. 1, 2, too many. A chair scraped. A lighter clicked, then stopped. That's when a voice said his name. Not shouted. Not rushed, spoken like a bill coming due. Bumpy didn't reach for a gun. He reportedly reached into his coat and placed the envelope on the table. Slow, deliberate. And that pause, that's what witnesses later couldn't explain. According to one version, the men hesitated. According to another, one of them recognized the seal on the envelope. Because that envelope wasn't for Bumpy. It was for them. Inside was cash, not $50,000. Enough to make a point. And one small card with a line written in pencil. Short, cold, the kind of sentence that travels faster than bullets. This is what you get for showing up. But here's the twist. That wasn't the message. The real message came next. According to legend, Bumpy looked at the closest man, one of Schultz's hitters, maybe the most confident one, and said quietly, "Tell him I opened his mail." Silence. Then footsteps. Backing away, not advancing. Glass rattled upstairs as the music ended. A door slammed somewhere above. And reportedly, only one man walked back into the night, carrying the envelope. Word didn't travel fast. It traveled exact. Bartenders whispered at first. Then cab drivers. Then bookies who suddenly refused downtown action. 12 went in. 1 came out. By morning, cops were pretending not to hear it. By afternoon, bosses were pretending not to believe it. According to people close to Schultz, there was an emergency meeting that night. No shouting. Just silence and ashtrays filling up. Because the math was wrong now. If $50,000 didn't solve the problem, what would? Someone reportedly said, "He didn't kill them. He embarrassed us." In that world, humiliation lasts longer than funerals. Schultz didn't call again. Not that week. Not that month. And Bumpy? He walked the same blocks. Same hours. Same pace. Envelope still folded in his coat. Years later, an old bartender claimed there was more to the story. That the envelope wasn't just money. That it also held a list, names of men Schultz trusted too much. Others say that's Harlem mythology. A story told better every winter. Another version says one of the 12 was already loyal to Bumpy, that the hit failed before the door ever closed. Some swear the basement door was never locked at all, that it was left open on purpose. But everyone agrees on one thing: that envelope came back, folded, unchanged, and after that night, the $50,000 price quietly disappeared. Because respect isn't taken by force, it's taken by control. And Bumpy Johnson didn't just survive the hit. He rewrote the rules. Next time, how one handshake turned Harlem into neutral ground, and why nobody dared break it.